Hello everybody, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today I'm going to be doing my review of the Marvel Legends figure Rachel Gray by Hasbro. So this is a figure I always been waiting for. I always liked Rachel. I think she was an excellent character, especially when she appeared in Excalibur, like the early books. I'd highly recommend anybody who's a comic book reader to read like the first, I think it's like 100 books. They're really cool, a lot of fun. So I liked when they brought her into that. So when I saw this figure, I got really excited and I can't wait to open her up. So the first thing I want to do is mention my membership program. So for $2 a month, get a lot of cool stuff like, blooper reels, behind the scenes, and so much more. So without any further ado, roll that intro. Okay, so here she is in packaging. I'm liking the overall look to this packaging. So first off, they kind of did it like a comic book where you have your ledger here that says #1, Marvel Legends, a picture of her. You got the Excalibur logo, your choking hazards, and age restrictions. You have an open window where you can see her, all her accessories. The Excalibur #1, her name, and then over here, you have some cool art of her as the Phoenix. All right, you come over to this side here. You get the #1 issue of Excalibur, a little bit about her. Each of the other figures that are part of this wave, Marvel Legends Series. And you get some legal underneath. So, with all that being said, let's open her up and see what she's about. Here she is out of packaging. The first thing we're going to go through with her is her points of articulation. So the head does move. All right. You got your shoulder joint with the swivel, your elbow joint, and your wrist joint. Now she only has one joint in the body, and that's above the stomach, right below the breast. All right. She has a thigh joint with a swivel. All right. A knee joint. And she does have an ankle joint. Now, one thing I did notice about this figure is that she does have holes in the bottom of her feet for a peg stand, but they're too small for any of my pegs. So I had to wind up getting the stand that hooks onto the hips. So we'll see how well this works with her. Now, the first thing I want to look at is her head sculpt, okay? So I like the detail to her face. I think that looks really good. Here, let me move the head back just a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. All right. I do feel like they did put some good work into this. I like it overall. I like also that they took some extra time to do the tufts of hair coming out the top of her head. They could easily have just made that a single mold, but instead, they actually did it right. So I do like that. All right. And then when you get down into her body, there's not a whole lot to say about just because of the fact of the nature of her costume. What this is supposed to be a slave suit designed for mutants that they used to use to track down other mutants. So they'd have mind control over them, and then they would make them hunt out other mutants. She's from obviously an alternate universe where humanity has turned mutants into slaves. Sentinels are hunting them. We all know the story if you follow the X-Men. So she's from that alternate future. And this is the outfits that they made them wear. So you do have a bunch of studs coming down the center of her body. I'm around to the side here. Not a lot going on. Same with the back. And you come to this side. And you see a row of studs coming down the side as well of her arm, as well as along her wrist. So, overall, I think she's a great looking figure. Now, we're going to go through all of her accessories. So, the first thing she comes with is an alternate head. Now this is for when she was hunting down mutants, under the command of the Sentinels and what have you. So the black marks across her face and the blank eyes are representation of, her enslavement. All right, she comes with 2 hands, so she comes with a fist. All right, and a holding hand. All right. Next up, she comes with an Excalibur comic book, number 1. And then she comes with the flaming wings. Now, these are very iconic to this character, so I like the factor that they gave them to her. There's 1, and then there's 2. So now let's start going through all these different accessories. So first off, the head pops out pretty easily. All right. Back on the stand here. All right. Get her to look up. So let's take a good look at that. I do like this head. Looks really good on her. All right. Next up is her hands. So let's swap out these hands. You got 1. All right. And now this other one. We are not doing good with stands today. Nothing seems to want to work with her today. All right. So as you see, they swap out very well. No issues. Now for the flaming wings, okay, they go up onto the forearms. All right. So they're designed to go all the way up. Then you get your hands here. All right. Take this one off. All right. So as you see, they work very well on her. No issues with that. So all her accessories work very well with her. All right, so let's get into my final thoughts with her. So first off, all her joints move very well. I didn't have any real issues with any of her joints. Everything swaps out very easily with her. So I like the factor that all her head, hands, and her flames, all fit on her easily. No issues with any of that. And I do love the overall look to her. I think she's a great looking figure. So would I recommend her as she falls down again? Yes, I would. I would 100% recommend this particular figure, even though she doesn't like stands. All right. Yes, I would recommend this figure. I think she definitely captures the overall look of Rachel Summers from the comic books, from her, leather outfit to the black marks and blank eyes and her flame effects. I think she's an excellent figure and she'd be a great addition to either your Excalibur collection or your X-Men collection. Now, the only flaw that I have with her is she doesn't work very well with stands. She worked a little bit better with that hip stand that I had her set on. But anything with pegs, you're going to have issues because the holes in her feet are really shallow. So maybe if you take like a peg stand and sand it down a little bit, you might be able to make it work with her. But that's the only real flaw I have with this figure. So with that being said, the first thing I want to do is give a shout out to people who really helped this channel. And first on that list is Byron Bassett and his alter ego, Humongous. He does a lot of great stuff for the channel, and he's a big supporter of the channel. So I suggest that you check out his YouTube channel and also his show that he does every Sunday. All his information is in the description. The same as Action Figure Geeks, they're a Reddit site that I'm part of. They also support the channel as well. And I want to say thank you to everybody who has watched this video up to this point and everyone who has subscribed. You're very much appreciated. And also take a look at my Marvel Legends playlist and my membership program. Plus hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So until the next one, late.